What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And this is the wrestling news on February 15, 2025, where we're going to be talking about the wildest and intriguing wrestling news stories and rumors that you assassinators need to know from the Zone article, which we're going to be talking about like Demolition signed to a WWE Legend deal, and then including the WWE 2K25 raises the bar yet again with gameplay updates, underground matches, and many other 2K exclusive gameplays. And and Josh Alexander expected to join All Elite Wrestling. Tiffany Stratton says it's cool to disregard preconceived notions, and Mercedes Moné is forever grateful to Amazing Red for what he brought her what he did for her in her visit in House of Glory, and David Pinzer uh, said that David Arquette like. I blamed himself for WCW's the miss the miss, but but he don't think he was fair to himself, and Layla E like uh, reacts to Michelle McCool's WWE Hall of Fame induction, and reports on both Miro and Malachi Black's status and as free agents, and plus much more. And please make sure to hit the subscribe button and the post notification bell for more daily wrestling news on the SNA podcast on this particular channel of your boy Super Ninja Austin. But we're gonna start things off today with probably some fortunate news for a legendary tag team of WWE, and that is the Demolition. And here comes the axe, and and here comes the Smasher. Demolition is back in the fold at WWE. Three-time WWE Tag Team Champions Demolition have been on the outside looking in with WWE for quite some time, but it appears the new leadership regime has changed things. According to Mike Johnson of PW Insider, WWE has signed both Axe and Bill Ed and Smash, which is uh Barry Darsow real name, as well, two Legends contracts. And it says right here the duo consistently erased from history when Vince McMahon was in charge of WWE due to legal battles in the past over the rights of their name, and the team being involved in a CTE lawsuit against the company. It's clear things have shifted with Vince McMahon and Nick Khan running things uh, this Legends deal will not uh, only open up the possibility of things like action figures and video game appearances, but a Hall of Fame induction as well. And many fans have been asking WWE to induct Demolition into the Hall of Fame for years now. With this Legends deal being signed, it's closer to a reality now than ever before. And Demolition never objected to a Hall of Fame induction. Believe it's possible more now than ever. And do you think that this Legends deal would definitely will give him a Hall of Fame induction? I mean, it's already a guarantee that they're going to be making action figure appearances, like with Mattel going to be making action figures of this of these two legendary guys, and also probably going to be making an appearance on at least by 2K26 that we can see him being playable characters in some capacity, whether if it's like them already being playable characters, or you have to unlock them like on showcase mode, or maybe even included in a DLC, like the Dudley Boys, like on WWE 2K24, and they're probably gonna be already playable characters on 25. But yeah, my point is, yeah, they're probably gonna be like that kind of like a situation. They're gonna be known as legends, like whether if you can unlock them on the it's either three options that WWE gonna do. Like you can either be already playable characters, all you need to do is just unlock them by purchasing some video game tokens that you earn by winning matches, and also or like you can just unlock them just by playing them on showcase mode and doing exactly what the instructions tell you what to do. The players them like there was like back in the day in their time in WWE, or like it could be DLC packs that you probably have to purchase, or even like if you get the deluxe edition, you just put in the code like on the Play Store, and then you just immediately what they call it, like add them onto the game. But I like that now that they've been brought in back in the company, which I heard it's been a while, like since they been in WWE, like, and it was when they were like still active wrestlers. And I'm glad that WWE now with the new regime like brought these guys in. So it looks like I wouldn't put past if they will be inducted to the Hall of Fame next week. And do you think that could be the case, or if they do be inducted to the Hall of Fame, you think it'll be like after like in the next couple weeks, or what are your thoughts? Like, or do you think it's gonna be? You'll probably wait until the next year. Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But I think we're gonna be, but like if it's not already, or maybe even put them in the no. Oh yeah, like I would say, I know who could be on the Warrior Award of the Hall of Fame. Definitely Bray Wyatt. I think this is the year for him because it's been like almost 2 years now since he uh, has left us. Like when he passed away, or since he left us in this world, I guess you could say, because of due to a heart attack. Was it? Yeah. But yeah, it was Bray Wyatt, which I think this is the year to induct him at least in the Warrior Award of the Hall of Fame. Which I don't know like if anybody would agree with me on this, but y'all probably would agree with me on to this. Like, which he had a very Hall of Fame career. Like, I'm not sure if he ever main evented a WrestleMania, but that didn't even matter compared to like what run of a of a star that he was in this business in professional wrestling. Yeah. But anyways, let's move on to the next news slide. But let's talk about WWE 2K25. Speaking of which, I just mentioned earlier, but this time it's raising the bar yet again, like more higher than before, and with gameplay updates, underground matches, and 2K showcase mode. It says right here, led by Roman Reigns, the Bloodline's evolution has been one of the most consistently entertaining storylines in recent WWE memory. Like whether it's Reigns or Solo Sikoa or now Jey Uso, like carrying the storyline forward, like fans have come like to expect greatness, like as the roots of the bloodline spreads across WWE program. This year, Roman Reigns graces the cover of WWE 2K25 and the the ex, the extended and Hawaii family has its collective fingerprints across the primary updates to the game. Therefore, it's no surprise that the first impressions of gameplay are solidified or solidly consistent. WrestleZone had the opportunity to try out the game at a hand on preview hand on preview event in Indianapolis, just hours before the Royal Rumble event. This early iteration didn't feature two of the biggest updates to this year's game, the Island of the Bloodline rules match, the Island of Bloodline rules match, and however, despite the absence of those match types and a look at updates to my Rise, my GM universe, or the 2K showcase modes. It is impressive how packed under the hood in this soft rollout. And it says right here WWE 2K25 features some impressive updates and additions WWE 2K's steady enhancements have come with a incre- incremental updates in recent years. This includes detailed character models, slight tweaks to gameplay, and the bells and whistles that come with new game modes. That model has worked and continues with this year's iteration, which builds off the success of recent years and continues to reflect what you experience on WWE television. And this is what uh, they had to say onto this matter. What I love about last year's trading blows, uh, functional functionality, comes to life with the return of chain wrestling, set up a grapple maneuver in the opening moments of the bout, and you'll be set in a mini game to get the upper hand. It's another slight tweak that takes elements of WWE programming like and drops it into the game in a way that doesn't feel overly manufactured. And it says right here, third person ca- camera angles are a huge addition to the game. This allows users to change the camera shot at any moment in a match this this enhancement truly comes to life in venues like the famed NXT parking lot and WWE art ar- archives archives and where large pieces like of equipment or vehicles would typically block the action depending on where you're at, like in the arena. Instead, while you are mid move, you're able to swing the camera around. This allows you to stay in the center of the action without missing a moment. And NXT and underground matches in general are welcome additions of the game as well. With with archie with archives like in NXT parking lot are expensive. Like these arenas feature hilarious interactions and unique weapons from prime bottles at prime bottle ringside to parking cones in the parking lot like the art the arch the art the archives arena does its job with the nostalgia. The diehard fans are looking for in those or in these games. It's clear the team at 2K is aware of social conversations this includes the decision to not just include the giant SmackDown fist, but make it something characters can interact with, those options from and jump from the way characters interact on uh on a ledge and and barricades also offers a unique expansion to both ringside and backstage arenas, performing dive moves by walking across the barricade is the exact out bit a slight update that can do wonders for for future versions of the game. And it says right here the only the real negatives came in attempting to Irish whip an opponent into the turnbuckle. This just resulted in consistently sending them into the ropes. That said, I'm confident they'll be fixed before WWE see the final product. I feel I also wasn't a huge fan of the submission system, which it sets a mini game that requires you to rotate a colored bar around a circle. I much prefer the button smashing, just like your boy Super Ninja Austin does, on WWE 2K 22, 23, 24. And yeah, and luckily that they got the option on 25, but it's going to be primarily the rotation of colors around the circle. But and ideally there's an opportunity or option to turn this off, and it says right here as far as the new game modes and it says updates like updates to update to its existing like update to existing audience like interaction like and the erase of like make uh of migrating like to and from the ring offer plenty of of variation like from other game modes. What developers like were able to do is nothing short like of impressive like in the way the audience interacts like throughout the match, including like their movement around the action and occasionally getting knocked like it, yeah, getting knocked over like occasionally getting knocked over and the interested like to see how the underground like match opens the door like for other potential modes down the road. And finally, we're going to be talking about the updates is intergender wrestling that's going to be coming to the game, and the big major update like onto the games on the big updates on what the game been featured. It says that like of a match type comes in the form of intergender wrestling. The the rollout like of this option like is a handbrake off like in a situation like there are almost no restrictions around the the inclusion like of men and women across all matches. It says right here, like when you opened up a Royal Rumble, while you can turn the setting like to men or women's only, like the the match defaults like to everyone being including or included. Like it's a bit jarring, like how restrictive like past games were like to get to this point, like and feels like it's missing a step or something awareness like that that the entire roster is available like the like that said, like I'm a big fan of leveling like playing field like and like appreciate the thought like of a of essentially if it's available in a men's match, like it's available in a women's match as well. Like that includes adding blood to women's matches, but not intergender matches. And now I finally get an update that on 2K25 it will do have women will be starting to be bleedable characters, which I'm wishing that or being too excited about that. But I'm saying like to give women that fair opportunity for like how men do, like when like for anything that men do, like the women can do as well. And I sure hope that they do have the women's intercontinental championship and the women's United States championship and women's North American championship of NXT, which I can guarantee that definitely. But they should do that as well for the main roster women's mid card belts as well. I'll be definitely be excited about that though. Yeah, I'll be definitely be excited. But anyways, on showcase mode, like the final mode, like I tested, like drove was showcase this year's version focuses on the NOYE family in the form of both like new and never before seen matches. Three matches were available, like which shows the range of opportunities like available this year. Like fans can uh, reshape like history in the reigns, like Seth Reigns and Seth Rollins, like match from the 2022 Royal Rumble pay per view for the Universal Championship, and recreate Nia Jax's Queen of the Ring victory, or create a never before seen match like against the Dudley Boys with the Wild Samoans. Like the to big update to this year's showcase mode is the removal of the slingshot techn technology. Like this took fans from the video game action to clips from the actual matches. I guess video game clips from the actual matches, and against to me, like this was the biggest disappointment in this year's game, which it kind of is on my perspective. Which I have like some fellow YouTubers that was very happy that they did they got to showcase like clips off, like and make it more into the video game clips. But yeah, but same like this guy that played the game, that's the develop that's part of the game developers. Like I have to agree on that statement because like it showed like some realistic reality, like what happened on during the match, like back when it happened. Like it just showed like what would be like in a video game, and go back and the real life match that happened back in wherever that year that was, and especially for this this particular showcase mode that celebrates the very prestigious Hawaii wrestling family. Like I think that yeah, WWE did a missed opportunity on that, but I must have listened to the fans that preferred not to have this on there. But maybe they should have had it at least for one more year, especially for this. Like with which it shows like will show like the end it will show like what happened, and we can revisit or rewatch the match like onto the video games perspective, I guess you could say. Like at least that's how I would do it. Like when I play a game on showcase mode, if I would, even though I could rewatch it, like whether if it's on like maybe a YouTube or Peacock, and maybe in the future eventually Netflix, but I also do it on my game as well, which that'll be the that's the fun into the game. Like when I go on the showcase, I like look forward of what it will look like if it zoom out of the game into the live action. But anyways, like in this year's game, like I understand I'm in the minority here, like, but I absolutely love that tech in the past. Like I agree with yeah this developer. Yeah, definitely enjoyed this on the showcase mode. Like I may be a minority here as well, like, but I agree. Like yeah, and it felt like interconnecting, like in the real life product. And I totally agree, like I just explained. But at times, like last year, I'd played a showcase match, see some of the slingshot tech, like, and later go back and rewatch a match, like, or event as a long time fan. It's difficult to see something that brought a lot of that nostalgia go by the wayside. And and the final thoughts on WWE 2K25 is with said like my first time playing WWE 2K25 this past with flying colors. And yeah, I know, like I've been saying, this was the last time for the last two times, but I'm being serious this time. Like from what I tested, like these around groundbreaking updates, like like that will historically change the direction of the gaming franchise. Like and that's not what 2K needs. Like at this time, like Rain says, like it's about continuing like it's about continuing to raise the bar like year after year. Like it and it says and what's uh that's exactly what's expected this year. Like fans who pre-order like WWE 2K25 will receive the white six pack and a bonus the of the Dead Man edition, like which will celebrate the 35 years, like the 35th anniversary of the Undertaker, like and the Bloodline edition, which features members of Reigns and Solo Sikoa's Bloodline factions, are scheduled for worldwide release on Friday. Match on March 7th, it's gonna be the days prior to the standard edition, of which be available on Friday, March 14th. And I'm gonna be ready to get the game on one of these 2 days, like whether if it's the pre-ordered or the standard edition. Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But I hope I will be able to get the game on one of those games. One of those days. I sure hope I get the pre-ordered edition, like which it features the White Six DLC and the 35th anniversary Undertaker, the 35th edition of the Undertaker's being in the WWE, and even and what's the and and what's the other one that's also going to be on here? Let's see. And what's the other one? Oh yeah, and the Bloodline, of course. Yeah, even with Tama Tonga, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and others, and even the ones that never been in the WWE game, and that is the Wild Samoans. And they're good, and you can even play them on showcase mode of never before seen dream matches with the legendary tag team taking on the other legendary tag, the Dudley Boys. And does this convince you to get in the game? Whether if it's sooner or ever, let me know down in the comment section right down below. But moving on, we got an ex TNA star that could potentially become all elite. And it says Josh Alexander's deal with TNA Wrestling is officially thrown and according to a new Fightful Select report, the superstar looks to be preparing to be all elite. In a new report, it says Fightful confirmed a report that Alexander was being repped by wrestling superstar a wrestling superstar agent Barry Bloom, and that Alexander is currently expected to sign with AEW if a deal already hasn't been reached. Fightful Sean Ross Sapp noted that WWE sources indicated that the superstar hadn't signed with the company and didn't plan to. So while an AEW decision hasn't been officially made, it is considered to be the likeliest spot for the star to land. And it says right here that Alexander had has had his final match on February 13th episode of TNA Impact, in a match against Eric Young, that saw Young defeat Alexander. Which now I wonder whose special day was on that exact same day. I guess I could say, but and But what do you think? What's next for the former TNA World Champion? And do you think that this is a sign that he could become all elite, like with with insiders in WWE reported that he's not going to be considering to negotiate with them, and also and also he has a wrestling super agent that has some associations with AEW. He could be the sign, and he could join the Jacksonville-based company, which that's a possibility. And let me know down in the comments right down below on what's your thoughts onto this matter. But let's move on to the next news story, because it is quite possible that he could join. We're just gonna have to wait and see if that is the case. But moving on, we got uh, news about the current women's champion, in Buff Barbie herself, Tiffany Stratton, says that it's cool to disregard a preconceived notions of her and back it up in the ring. Tiffany Stratton is used to being judged for her looks, but believes she has disregarded some preconceived notions about her. Like WWE women's champion Tiffany Stratton was a recent guest in the Inside the Arena, like and when asked about women with more athletic backgrounds joining the ranks of WWE in recent years, Stratton says it's easy for people to judge her based on her looks, but says it's been cool to disregard the preconceived notions from many fans. Yeah, I definitely feel being a blonde young 25-year-old girl, you're gonna have people who judge you by just looking at you. And we have so many beautiful girls down at NXT, and I think it's really cool to kind of be able to back it up in the ring, and showcase the flips, the tricks, the slams, and all the stuff that I do in the ring. So I think it's really cool to kind of disregard those preconceived notions about like the pretty girls in WWE and stuff like that. So we can definitely kick ass and takes names these days. And what do you make of Tiffany Stratton not caring for those that judges her? And do you think that anybody, including women, should take this advice? And it don't matter what everybody would criticize her on about or anything whatsoever. Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But I would agree with the the former WWE Women's Champion, because it don't matter what everybody else thinks. Like at the end of the day, if you're making an impressive impact for yourself, like that's what you should be focusing on, and that's what she did. And look at her now, like she's finally became the WWE Women's Championship less than a year that she made her main roster debut. And it looks like she's going to be getting plenty of opportunities for many more years to come. And I do respect and love the attitude and the motives like of of her like thinking like it really doesn't even matter like who everybody would think of me. But I'm not saying it in the arrogant way like what she would say. But I'm just saying for the fact that it's all with how you think of yourself, like what's inside here, like what do you feel right in here. But from one women's champion, like from one yeah, from one women's champion to another news now is we got current TBS champion along with multiple champions. Mercedes Moné is forever grateful for Amazing Red for believing in her, and it says right here like. According to the current AEW TBS champion, Mercedes Moné, like is said to make her a rare independent wrestling appearance at House of Glory next month in March. In her latest issue of the Monet Mag, Mercedes Moné wrote about her upcoming appearance, like with House of Glory, where she'll make her in-ring debut with the promotion. And it states right here, like what she wrote on her digital mag. Hey, like everyone in explanation, like right after my thing, my signing at New York big event, like I'm beyond excited like to share that I'll be making my in-ring debut with House of Glory on March 15th. And it feels surreal to be taking this Monet train globally, like diving into opportunities like that truly makes my heart flutter. Like House of Glory holds a special place in my heart. Like like I've been a part of this family for the past 10 years. Like now I get to step into the ring and showcase everything I've worked for like uh, and learned like from House of Glory and Amazing Ray. Like this year is packed with so much potential, and I can't wait to see who's ready to jump on this ride with me. Like I still remember the first time I stepped into House of Glory. It was the week leading up to Brooklyn, like, and I was buzzing with nerves and excitement at the time. I asked my husband where the best place to train in New York was, like, and he mentioned like Amazing Red at House of or at HOG for short, or House of Glory, whatever you want to call it, like, or Brian Myers and Pat Buck, like at create a wrestler, like as a teenager, like I was a huge fan of Amazing Ray. Like I looked up to him so much, and I had all these wild ideas, like for my match in Brooklyn, ideas I never seen any woman like do before. I wanted to break barriers and create something unforgettable. HOG like was closer like to my hotel, so I went there like heart racing, like my face lit up like a Christmas tree, like when I finally met Red. I couldn't stop smiling and exciting explanation. Like I spilled all my crazy ideas, like for Brooklyn, like hoping like he wouldn't think I was out of my mind. Like to my relief, he didn't like change the fact maybe just a little in teeny tiny explanations like here his main concern was whether WWE would allow me to pull off those moves but deep down I believed I could do it he believed in me too and that meant everything Red taught me everything I wanted to learn. I left those sessions feeling empowered, and ready to change the game with my match. I'll forever be grateful to Red for believing in me and giving me a space of explore my wildest dreams. Learning from him has been an absolute joy, and I can't wait to step into House of Glory on March 15th. Which the funny thing is, this when she competes in that event, it'll be a month after competing on this month's AEW pay per view against Harley Cameron, which is exactly on the 15th. Which exactly March is kind of like the copy and paste and maybe three more extra days of their month, which we're going to be talking about in a different video for a different day for more exclusive details about how March is just a copy and paste month of February, but with 3 extra days. Yeah. But it says right here that Mercedes Moné reveals which AEW star she got her into the Super Bowl, which I think we already talked about that if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it's a different version of it. But what match do you want to see the CEO be in once he makes her House of Glory debut in? Which I think I read it on their site, on the mag because I kind of subscribed to her digital magazine because it was free, and then I put my email down and it was when I happened to run into one of her posts, and I clicked on her profile, and it showed that if you want to subscribe on her newsletter, well, that's what she called it at first, but I think she changed it into called it the digital go-to magazine, if I'm mistaken. But yeah, I think she always posted it on on what's called Thursdays because I always get an email from that every Thursday because that's the day after Dynamite, when I always get a chance to read it. But anyways, but yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below. I'm not sure who's exactly going to wrestle because I'm not sure who's if she's going to be wrestling in a women's caliber match. I'm not sure who she's going to be facing. I'm just gonna have to look into the House of Glory women's wrestlers to see who could possibly be a potential opponent for the CEO and for Belts Moné. And I'll say the only wrestler I know that's always wrestles there is the likes of I'll say Mike Santana, and which I think he's even the reigning defending House of Glory champion in that promotion in the independent scene. And who else wrestles there? But and there's a couple and plenty of former WWE wrestlers I'm trying to name right now. Trying to remember. I think Matt Riddle and what was the other guys? Matt Riddle and there's another guy that was a recognizable name that left WWE that started. I think it was Cameron Grimes. Yeah, it was Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes, which is now using Trevor Lee. I think that's his real name or his outside WWE name. Trevor Lee. That's who wrestles there. Yeah, that's now I remember. But anyways, yeah, yeah, we're gonna more news from the CEO as she reveals that which AEW star got her into Super Bowl 59, and we got more news that the Explorers was present for Super Bowl 59 was and none other than the CEO, but a fellow AEW star like and offered her a ticket when she did not sure if she will get a ticket when she was trying to get to see the performance of Kendrick Lamar. And it says right here in the exact same latest issue of the Monet mag this week, Monet wrote about her recent experience at the Super Bowl 59 and how fellow AEW star none other than former AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland secured her a ticket to the event last weekend, and how sweet of the leader of the of the or the future leader of the Mogul Embassy, and also former AEW World Champion, and also soon to be multi-time world champion, I guess you could say, as well. That was very awesome of him to have an extra ticket and inviting her to the Super Bowl. Yeah, man, sometimes coworkers that's very cool with you can sometimes be a family member of yours. But anyways, and this is what she wrote onto her latest issue. You know me, I'm all about manifesting my dreams into reality. Like so I had my had my heart set on catching Kendrick Lamar live at the Super Bowl. I was scrolling down my contracts all week trying to find a way in but nothing was panning out. And I rolled into collision in Houston. I was starting to lose hope. Then out of nowhere, Swerve casually mentioned he had an extra ticket. I nearly lost it in insane explanations. I was jumping for joy, well other way, who even cares about the game, and very uh, good questionings, I guess you could say. I would agree on that statement because look at the game and no, I'm not wearing green because of them meddling Eagles. But anyways, it says, if you know me, you know Kendrick, and it is my vibe. That moment, shifted my whole energy, for the day. It was a reminder, that when you put your intentions out there, sometimes the universe really does comes through for you. Super Bowl 59 took place at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. That and the report locate and it's gonna be the report and then the report said that's gonna be the same location for WrestleMania 42 next year in 2026. But what are your thoughts on to the CEO revealing this on her latest digital magazine? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But yeah, it was very sweet of Swerve Strickland to giving her the extra ticket and to seeing her one of her favorite rappers, which is Kendrick Lamar, and being a cousin of a very famous rapper, which I'm not sure if I should mention him by name, but he does have a huge nose. But yeah, it's not really a surprise that she's a huge fan of Kendrick. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below, and I wouldn't blame her for saying who cares about the game because it was completely suckish. But yeah, but yeah, but what else I was about to say? But yeah, there was something I was trying to say, but I totally forgot. I probably will remember it when I get to the next news. And I promise you, this is going to be the final Mercedes Monet news as she explains why she won't say who she wants to see in AEW in the sign anymore, as that she learned her lesson when it comes to publicly campaigning for certain talents to be signed by All Elite Wrestling. Since joining AEW, Mercedes Moné has made public pitches like for multiple talents to join the company. Like none of these have ended up coming like to uh, fusion, like as all of them ended up in WWE, like with that jinx with WWE kind of spying on her for whatever weird reason, like because they're more of a creep and some people claim that a certain handsome well you I guess you could say like some handsome assassinators like or be doing that, but I would certainly disagree on to that statement. But anyways, like this is what she said into that into with and this is what she said. She she yeah during a Q and A session on social media that she was live on that this is the reason why that Mercedes does not like uh no longer like say like what she would pitch like who she hired that she would love to work with in all elite wrestling. She explains, if I listed like the people I wanted like in AEW, the other place would sign them immediately. Like a tea in a teacup an emoji that you would put right on the caption, like in yeah, AEW CEO and AEW Grand Slam, like with yeah, obviously with her like on her way to her match against Harley Cameron, and also, it says right here that this theory from the CEO also seemingly extends like to music artists shortly after like Monet publicly pitched an idea of working with Megan Thee Stallion in AEW. One of one of her songs like became the official theme of yeah, WWE SmackDown, like which is the theme song of SmackDown. I totally forget the song from Megan Thee Stallion, but it stars her as the music star into it. But what are your thoughts what are your thoughts on the CEO's opinion about this? Like with everything that she puts out there to come up with an idea for AEW, WWE immediately then steals it away from her and bring it over to into their company, which she calls it the other place. Sounds very similar to somebody with a mask would call it the other company, I believe. When I'm talking anything about AEW, but anyways, yeah, yeah. But let me know down in the comment section right down below, like about that, and and if she mentions anything about having a creative idea, do you think WWE would immediately steal it? I would totally believe it, in that for that reason, for examples that WrestleZone like pointed out, like because I remember talking about that like on my previous video back like in the middle of last year in 2024 in the summertime, like that she had some ideas that she wanted to do with Megan Thee Stallion, which she probably got to put on hold because WWE like used her like for the theme music, like and asked permission for it, like and they kind of stole her away from her, and it looks like that she's gonna have to wait and see like when she's gonna what's that called gonna be like parting ways with anything that's gonna be related to WWE events, I guess you could say, for her to do these kind of plans. But the only way that she would have to do it sooner, but it's gonna be very impossible to do so regardless. But let me know. And do you think that you'll ever work with the Stallion rapper? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. I think there's still possibility and still hope. It's just probably just only just a matter of time, like when that does. Like, but yeah, I still believe that's gonna be. And it's like what the Undertaker say never. But anyways, let's move on into the next news story. And it says right here that Now we got David Pinzer stated that that David Arquette blamed himself for WCW dismiss, but he don't think he was fair to himself. And now yeah, David Pinzer was amazed at David Arquette's reaction, to what he said about his WCW World Championship win. Like one of the most controversial moments in wrestling history was in WCW in 2000, when actor David Arquette won the WCW Championship. This was regarded was a terrible choice by many, including Arquette himself. But the company went through with it anyway. It in a disastrous move. And it says right here, for years, many fans in wrestlers claimed that this is what killed WCW. Time has been more kind of Arquette's wrestling run, in Pinzer's reflect. Uh, but Pinzer reflected on the moment, in his new book, sitting ringside, volume two, like when taken with WrestleZone's Bill Pritchard, like they David Pinzer revealed his shock that David Arquette blamed himself for WCW's dismiss or dismiss. And, it, and this is what Pinzer recalled, how he invited Arquette on his podcast, to explain why WCW went under, which had nothing to do with the title win. Pinzer said that Arquette's wife, Christina, later thanked him for taking that weight off off her husband's shoulders, and and David Pinzer went on with David Arquette being upset uh, about his WCW title win or his WCW title reign. Let me rephrase that. And he mentioned I meant it blew me away. Here is a guy that has everything but beautiful of everything. I mean, you have everything, a beautiful wife, money, and power, and movies, and all this stuff, and without giving too much away. 25 years later, he thinks he killed the wrestling business, or at least WCW, like it's legitimately upsets him. It legitimately upsets him. It's something that keeps him up at night. As soon as I found that out, I threw him on my podcast. There's ex, there's it's excerpts of the podcast in the book, but I gave him all the reasons why I thought he wasn't being fair to himself, and there was a lot of other crap that were or that went on that was a lot worse. And yeah, I didn't realize how serious he took it. I thought maybe he was just indulging me a bit on the podcast. But then, as you said, his wife walked up on a legend of wrestling shows in wrestling show in Detroit and thanked me that I took the weight off. I was floored. like a super nice guy, like really loves the business. If I send him a text to this day, like he will text me right back. Like I don't take advantage of that, obviously. So yeah, like great guy, didn't bother me. When he won the belt. Like I I was a different business. Like we were like a dying company, and we needed to be on the cover of the entertainment section in USA Today. Like way more than we needed to not have an actor like as a world champion. It was issued like for a week, like plus like he brought the bar that was good free bar tabs like for everybody in the roster. And now and David Arquette's title win was controversial. Like Pinzer agreed that the title change was a bit controversial, but that's exactly what WCW was trying to do at the time. The company wanted attention, and sometimes they did things like that didn't work out, like bringing in the insane clown poise. Like look, it was controversial. Like he added, like don't get me wrong, but at that point, that's what we were trying to do. We are trying to get people to talk about us. Like all they were doing, was sugar honey iced teaing, on us, excusing my French, like so like so anyway, that that we could be put in some positive light, or getting some or getting some promotion out of it, like we did, and it worked, like and there would were so many times we did stuff that didn't work, or didn't work. Look at the insane clown points, two of the nicest guys, and it says right here in the world, and it worked in their their world, but it didn't work on a national level. And it says right here there were so many things that we were trying to do to incorporate celebrities, and just get a buzz out there about the product. Like you could say you love, I understand if people say I hate that Arquette won the world title, or he's a world champion. I understand that, and I understand the point that people make when they say it. Like there's a lot of worse things that went on in the company, that didn't get any of the publicity that got. So cut a grade on a curve, cut on a grade from the curve. And do you agree with David Pinzer, for not really blaming David Arquette of winning the WCW championship, what made it close down? Like and do you believe and agree with him that he did it was not too bad that David Arquette won the world title, which I would totally agree with him on that. And I think it had nothing to do, because it was genuinely, it's been stated that they were they didn't have any like good creative plans anyways. With even with the wrestlers that are very popular and look world championship material. Like with 1 year, like they had like over 38 title changes. They had like over 30 wrestlers winning the world championship. But if it was not every week, it was like every other month. And they were just keep changing the belt like from to 30 different wrestlers. Like with that, I think that was pretty insane, which you can see why. And even doing like they even have like Buff Bagwell's mother being on the forklift, like for the custody of her, like in a Judy on a pole match, where everyone like whoever wins get the custody of Judy Bagwell, which I think that was very are they cringy and ridiculous, if you ask me. Are they maybe funny as well, but like if it had some wrestling humor into that, but at the same time, like it was absolutely unnecessary. Like it was totally man. I'll tell you, it was totally cringeworthy. Like this, hearing those stuff. I guess I'm kind of glad I didn't really grew up watching WCW. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure. Yeah. So yeah. So luckily, I didn't have to witness that the dying days parts of things. But let me know about that. Like, if you agree with David Pinzer on everything about it, like even though like it was probably controversial, maybe it was horrendous, like on how you would explain it to be, but it was not that bad. Like trying to get that publicity because they did it for a good reason because they were still getting trash talked and about like they're not a really good company and whatnot. But let's move on. We got Layla like reacts to her former Lay Cool teammate being inducted into the 2025 Hall of Fame class, and it's been stated right here that Layla L like had a flawless response to Michelle McCool earning a Hall of Fame induction. Like McCool, like was named like the latest WWE Hall of Fame inductee on Friday. Her late cool partner Layla L like wrote the following response like on Twitter, like sharing like how proud she was like of her like of her friend like for achieving this honor. And that's what she wrote like on social media, like to congratulate her late cool friend, like like stating like what wonderful news like today in a very exciting explanation. No one is more deserving like deserving of this recognition and like accomplishment I'm truly so happy for you, Chael, Shale. I guess you could say Shale is probably the best way to pronounce it. But yeah, like with Shale with some kudos explanation right behind it. Like everyone, like please, like show your love to Michelle. She's incredible. She's incredible, and so dear to me. I can put like hashtag well deserved, hashtag proud, and Layla L is open to a cool reunion, and Layla has not been seen in WWE ring since 2015, which is like 10 years ago. That's insane, I know, and she retired from wrestling, but many fans still remember her run as Lay Cool and and McCool and speculate about a comeback, and the Layla was the one who actually defeated McCool to send her into her initial retirement. quote unquote, I guess you could say. Like, and but she can see like the pair like getting like back like together like in the future, and Layla appeared on the No Name Wrestling podcast like where she discussed like a potential return to the WWE. Like she said there's a chance like she will like come back before she gets too old, and like and would love to reunite with McCall as Lay Cool, I should say. I meant to say she she said, yeah, like now there is before absolutely 100%. No, I was not open to anything. I wanted like a break. Like I wanted to get away, but now like in uh in very interesting questions. Like absolutely. Like before I get too old and I can't like come back when and do anything. Yeah, like one more time, I would honestly come back to do a leg reunion if that is possible, and that is like something that could happen. Like why not? In a very questionable question of very questionable question, like which that could be understandable, of course. Like it's a once in a lifetime like opportunity. Like we had a lot of fans like when we were like together. Like I would like love to reunite like with my best friend like just one more time. And like, what are your thoughts on the Lay Cool reunion? And would y'all be open to one? Like, if she does make the if she does make a return to action in WWE, and do you think there's a Lay Cool reunion down the line? And do you think they could go after for the women's tag team championship in the Stanford-based company, a opportunity they have never had a chance to? Well, they made the WWE Women's and the Divas Championship kind of like that, like with them having like bestie dual championships, like they're both champions, which I'm not sure how that possible, but they managed to make it possible, like when they were those championships, but they managed to do like a one half broken women's championship, like which they did a storyline of. Like I guess to just to kill off the women's championship and go full time with the Divas Championship, like on both Raw and SmackDown, which I understand why they did that, along with the tag team belts. But yeah, like in the early 2010s, it was kind of a bizarre year. But anyways, but the good thing about it is like wrestlers like these, like that were on the roster, like which that was probably the reason why WWE have not went off the business, lost business. Yeah, but let's move on to the next news, and let me know down in the comments below if it's possible to do a Lay Cool reunion and have both Layla and Michelle McCool to have one final run. But let's move on and let's talk uh, some reports on updates on Miro and Malachi Black's WWE status. Malachi Black and Miro are no longer all elite, but like, are they uh, are they on their way back to WWE? In very exciting, curious questions. Like, but on February 10th, AEW officially cut ties with Ricky Starks, Miro, and Malachi Black when they were all removed from the company's official roster page. It didn't take long for WWE to nail down a deal with Ricky Starks just the day after the cuts, who appeared on the NXT episode just 24 hours later. But will Miro and Black be joining him in the coming weeks and speculating questions? According to Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, like and the belief is that both Miro and Malachi Black, or formerly known in WWE as Rusev and Aleister Black, will be back with WWE very soon. Meltzer went far as to state that creative has already been discussed for both men with SmackDown only hours SmackDown only hours away going SmackDown was just hours ago. Well, obviously, they weren't on this episode Friday Night SmackDown, but it says that will obviously be the fans to speculation as whether either the man were gonna appear on that night SmackDown, which they didn't, unfortunately, of course. But stay tuned for WrestleZone. If there's any updates about this scenario in the foreseeable future. I guess that they become available, of course. But do you believe that we will be seeing the debuts of? Do you believe that we will see the debut of? I mean, not the debut. What I'm talking about. And do you agree with this report from these reliable sources? And could we be seeing the return of the Bulgarian Brute in the Dutch Destroyer, I believe it's called? And do you agree that they're both WWE bound and they're going to be making that big long returns? And if so, when do you think that day may be? Do you think it could be in the upcoming weeks, or do you think it could be at WrestleMania? Which I'm not sure that'll be the case, but you never know. Anything is possible. But let's but yeah, anything just what happened with absolute Ricky Starks, he pulled up in AEW, not AEW, I mean NXT. I mean, he just went right up in the audience in AEW, and I got some good news for you, Assassinators. That's not aware about that. They put him on the roster as his name, Ricky Starks, at least for now. I'm not sure if they're gonna have any name for him into the updates, but we're just gonna have to wait and see if that does happen. But for now, we all know him is Ricky Starks right now, which that's good news for the absolute former AEW tag team champion. But from what we got some news from the wrestler that went to the opposite brand, which is AEW, and that is Ricky the Dicky, another totally different Ricky. And some of y'all that are unaware probably don't know who I'm referring to. Well, I'm gonna call him better known as Ricochet. I guess I should say that the most attractive thing about wrestling wrestling is Will Ospreay in AEW, that he stated that the high flyer the highlights the high flyer highlights on one of the more attractive aspects of signings with AEW. The one and only is one of the top stars in the world, of professional wrestling. He is a former WWE Intercontinental United States and even NXT North American champion prior to joining the the rival company that's based from Jacksonville, Florida. Like prior to joining those companies, though, however, like he also had a great rivalry with Will Ospreay that spanned multiple promotions, including New Japan Pro Wrestling and even Rev Pro. Recently, while speaking with Cameron Hawkins, like an uncrowned, like again, Cameron Hawkins of the uncrowned, like Ricochet shared like his shared he wasn't looking to recreate his past matches in AEW. However, he highlighted like that the most attractive thing like about wrestling Osprey in AEW was showing the world how much better he is than Osprey today. The most attractive thing was to get in there like with Osprey, like again, like was to show everybody how much better I was than him. Like that was the most attractive thing like to me because I've been watching, I've seen it, I watched from after I saw like everything that he was doing. Ricochet also mentioned the fact that wrestling fans like often like bring up his match against Osprey during their time in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and it says right here, fans. He added, fans bring that NJPW matchup or something that have something to do with me and Will, like did, and they say that that made that made them watch wrestling. I understand like all that again, like having like now the opportunity like to get back in there with him, but like then like now show everybody that I am better than him and I always was better than him. That was attractive to I was attractive to me. But, but what are your thoughts on Ricochet, like giving out this revelation about his rivalry with Will Ospreay, which I think it is a very rich history between these two, like with them like having a very big rivalry in their wrestling careers, respectively, in their time in their time in before they even was in WWE and even AEW as well. Like, well, respectively, I guess you could say. But, but let me know down in the comment section right down below about that. But moving on, we got But before I get on, say like, and do you want to see Ricochet and also, do you want to see Ricochet taking on Will Ospreay in a very high stakes of a big rivalry match, like for like a world championship in the future? Maybe even like I'm not sure if it's gonna be an all in show, but any of the upcoming AEW pay per view, like depending on who will become AEW champion first. Let me know down in the comments down below on what's your take on to this matter. But moving on, we got more Tiffany Stratton news, and she says she's super grateful how the fans have accepted her. But let's get into that. Said that Tiffany Stratton is forever grateful, like that the WWE universe embraced her upon her main roster debut, and and WWE current WWE Women's Champion like was a recent guest on the inside the arena in that same interview, like again, like ask when asked like how special it's been like for her to be accepted by the fans in WWE so quickly after uh, Tiffany Stratton uh, replied she's super grateful like for how that the WWE Universe has accepted her and cheered her on since her main roster debut last year. She responds, "Yeah, I feel like you can be a good in ring competitor. Like you can have a good character and a good character, good promo, but like it." If you don't connect like with the fans and you're not getting reactions at all, I feel like that's one thing that you really need as a WWE superstar. Like, and if you're not getting those reactions, you're not going to make it that far. Like, so I'm just just super grateful, like how like the fans have kind of like accepted me and have cheered me on since kind of day one, like since Elimination Chamber, which is coming up like soon. Like, so it's very so surreal to have so many people behind me and stuff like that. And like we also got Tiffany Stratton responds to Mandy Rose claims that she stole her catchphrase, which is gonna be up next. But like, what's your thoughts on Tiffany Stratton's reaction about her being forever grateful for the fans, giving her that standing ovation of cheers for her, like for her being the future of WWE. And I even said that last year around this time when she was getting cheered at Elimination Chamber. I'm like, if they keep this up, I I could see her getting her having her moment of becoming women's champion by 2025. But I thought that she would probably would win the women's Royal Rumble and go after either Rhea Ripley or even maybe even a Bianca Belair that's probably going to heel, and she'll probably feud with Bailey. But I kind of missed that kind of. But but I think I kind of got it wrong, like how WWE had their directions in. But at, but but at the same time, like she was women's champion, and I guess that the one thing I got right is she's gonna be a top baby face that's gonna be a champion that everybody will want to see on their television screens. But anyways, we're gonna move on to the next slide, but let me know down in the comments below how you're liking Tiffany Stratton's title reign so far, and do you think they should extend it? Maybe they should have her actually beat Charlotte Flair and retain her championship. Let me know down in the comment section right down below. And it says right here, like you better put some respect on Tiffany Stratton's name because the current WWE Women's Champion, like, recently spoke with Ring the Bell recently. Like, ask about the recent claim from former WWE superstar Mandy Rose that she stole her. Better put some respect on. Better put some respect. Better put some respect on my name catchphrase. Like Stratton said, she felt like it was that Rose had to say something like that, but wishes her the best. But but this is what she had to say in response, like in honest words, like stating, like I knew the conversation was coming. Like Tiff honestly, I think it's a little sad that she felt the need to go on her podcast and say like something like that. Like, but I wish her the best, honestly. Mandy Rose has teased a potential return to W to the ring in overall perspectives like as of late, but based on these comments from the two women, it it probably wouldn't be for a feud with Stratton, of course. But what are your thoughts on Tiffany Stratton responding into these responding to this claim from Mandy Rose of her stealing her catchphrase? But I heard from a fellow YouTuber this wasn't originally was her catchphrase, but the original sayer that said this catchphrase was not even a wrestler; it was actually a rapper, which was Birdman. If I'm not mistaken, like he was the one that came up with this catchphrase, saying "put some respect to my name," which I think if he see this right now, I believe he's gonna be brrring, because because he thinks that this claim from Mandy Rhodes is so retarded, and I had to say it because that's what Drake probably said, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, fellow rapper of Young Money, whatever you want to call him. But anyways. But do you think that originally the owner of that catchphrase is originally owned by Mandy Rose, at least in professional wrestling's perspectives? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. Which I don't know about that, but the one thing I do know is I never heard that she trademarked that catchphrase. I was like, if she trademarked the catchphrase, I guess she technically owns it in any professional wrestling standards, I guess you could say. But let me know down in the comment section right down below if she's actually the owner of that catchphrase, or do you think that Mandy Rose is just exaggerating? Which I heard that she eventually apologized for to the fans and Tiffany Stratton on her latest podcast. She noticed that the fans were not liking what she was saying about her stealing her catchphrase just because she's a blondie that was a women's champion. But the thing is, Tiffany Stratton was not only an NXT Women's Championship, but she didn't have to go back there in order to win that championship to prove a point, to try to be any kind of championship. She could be any champion whenever she wants, which Tiffany Stratton proved that. She went from being an NXT Women's Championship from now being a main roster Women's Championship, which that's kind of, with all due respect, if Mandy Rose was trying to get some attention and trying to the talk trash on the Tiffany Stratton, I would say that would be a heavenly pity of her for doing so. If you ask me, what's my reaction onto it? I think it's very unnecessary for her to say that's her catchphrase when she don't even, if she's not even sure that she even trademarked the phrase. Yeah. The only way it could be her catchphrase if she could be the licensed phrase, the one that actually purchased it into the purchased it onto for that particular reason of trademarking it is to being what's her name being that catchphrase, put some respect on my name or whatever, especially with the way she's speaking as. But we're going to end today's wrestling news video with another AEW star, and it's the rated R superstar Cope, and he looks at the injuries in wrestling as challenges to overcome. And Cope, and now we got things to talk about with Cope the Yelp, or maybe Cope the Dope, what Chris Jericho would call him, or maybe Cope that has some hope, maybe is the better term to use. Yeah, Cope that has hope, then takes a ride in overcoming overcoming injuries and returning to the ring, to do what he loves. All Elite Wrestling's Adam Copeland. Adam Copeland recently sat down with Wrestle Radio Australia when asked how he was feeling coming back from his recent leg injury. Cope said in response, it's not really something he thinks about, but by the time he's back in the ring. and it says right and this is what he and this is what he says in reply. Like, yeah, like with any injury, like I don't really think about them. Like while admitting uh, while pointing out like what his ambitions are. Like once like I come back, I in put the work in before you see me in the ring. Like, so for me, that's already months past. So by the time like I get back, like I'm like just like on instinct. Like I'm not like even like thinking of a leg or anything like I think by my third match, Beth, my wife, said like, "How's your leg?" In curious questions, like, like yeah, like it's fine because I haven't thought like about it until you just asked. I just forgetting like that was even an injury whatsoever, which who could blame the rated R superstar on that matter? But when asked if coming back from injuries now like is more difficult than it was earlier in his career, like Cope said that he doesn't like think like so, and that he looks like at injuries as challenges, but to overcome them. Like he added in, not really, like no, like I think like look at injuries like as challenges. Like I try to frame them as posed like to to this like kind of the was that denim dem, demolizing like thing, demolizing thing. It's like right, like okay, like more to come back from, and more to back to come from, and like one of more like to prove I can work through these things, and I take some pride in that. Like I don't like want to get like I don't want to get injured, but it's a part of what we do. Like yeah, find me a wrestler like who's never been injured. It's possible. It's part of it. And Cope went on like on his last match will be his will be with how much longer like he plans to wrestle. Like, but what are your thoughts onto the rated R superstar? Do you think that we will be seeing like? Do you think that we haven't seen the last of the rated R superstar? Like even after this all in Revolution matches that you're gonna be having, uh, in AEW, and we're gonna be seeing him probably for just a bit more longer. Hopefully that is that the case. And I believe if Cope's gonna be around, there will be hope, in that rhyme. So that's absolutely true. But either way, let me know down in the comment section right down below on how long do you think that the rated R superstar has like left until he hangs up the boots for good. That is a good question. We're just gonna have to wait and see when that day comes. But But for now, like we need to try to enjoy Edge or Cope, I should say, in AEW, like as much as we can. But I guess that's it for now. Like hopefully y'all enjoyed the video of the wildest and intriguing wrestling news stories and rumors that you assassinators need to know from your favorite super ninja assassin himself. And let me know in the comments which one was your favorite news on the list. If I had to pick one, so many news stories on the list. If I had to pick like a top 2 or 3 list, I would say the updates on 2K25 is one. 2, probably Mercedes Moné competing at House of Glory, which which she admitted that she's been a fan of for a very long time now, and also a fan of Amazing Red as well, and for him giving her some giving her some great opportunities, like and believing in her as well. Yeah, I guess you could say. And number three will probably be Ricochet and Will Ospreay. Like with Ricochet pointed out and mentioning that they have a long, basically like a rich history of their of their feud, fighting each other. Whether if it's whether it was in what they call in New Japan and Rev Pro, whether if it was in New Japan Pro Wrestling and Rev Pro and and now even in AEW, like Ricochet's been on the company for almost a year now. But like, but let me know in the comments which one was your favorite news stories on this list. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If so, please make sure to hit the big thumbs up button, considering hit the subscribe and the post notification bell for more SNA videos. And please make sure to check out my WWE NXT Vengeance Day review, which I can guarantee that I will be making a review video of that later on tonight. But depending on the time for AEW Grand Slam, I'm just not sure. Like if I'm gonna be doing it exactly in the same night I watched the show, I probably would likely do it like the next day, like around this time, if not earlier. Like to do like a AEW Grand Slam review at that time, but. But for now, like I know for sure that I'm gonna be definitely doing Vengeance Day review. I could be doing a Grand Slam tonight. I'm not sure if I can make any problem because the timing scheduling for TNT is very confusing right now. Like with the NBA All Stars gonna be on, it says it's gonna be going on immediately afterwards. I wonder when NBA All Stars gonna be on. As a matter of fact, I better check out the time. Like luckily YouTube TV can show you what time when the show will come on. But yeah, like I will be making the reviews like at the same at like making the reviews of both NXT and AEW stuff. Like if it's the Wednesday Night Wars is all over again, which I'm starting to miss it. Like because like you had the wrestlers, they had the days, and all this stuff. One day that NXT like will have a reason to be on a Wednesday again, like on the election week. Was that the one thing I would thank the United States of election? Like even though I didn't vote it, but I do thank them for making NXT go on a Wednesday, which that was the ECW edition when they were at the 2300 arena. Yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna look right now and look up NBA All Star 2025. How long is it gonna be on? Which they'll give the likely updates. I guess it's already on, but it says probably gonna be on until let's see, maybe by 7 p.m. I guess you could say. Like, so I guess I will be making a, but it'll probably be on until 7 p.m. Like the way I assume things. So I guess I will indeed be making a review video for that. Like or maybe even 9 p.m. But either way, like I'll probably be ready for to watch it. Like whether if it's when they put on the live broadcast, or even like they already played it. Like I'm still gonna watch it and see like what's gonna be on like on that particular on this particular event, like which you have 5 matches on the card, like along with the 7 matches that's going to be on NXT's card for Vengeance Day, which I believe 7 matches. Actually, 6. There's actually 6 matches on the card, unless I'm mistaken. But yeah, I think there's actually 6 matches on the card. 6 matches on WWE NXT Vengeance Day, and then on and they got like 5 matches on the card for AEW Grand Slam, which I hardly wait to watch both events. But if I can't find a way to watch it on YouTube TV, I'll probably be watching it on Max, like which that's probably starting to be the more convenient way to watch your favorite entertainment shows or movies or whatnot. Or yeah, but yeah, I guess I'll see you guys then, and I hope that y'all will have a phenomenal. Well, yeah, I hope you Assassinators have a phenomenal, like Saturday, and I hope y'all having fun and having greatest time of your lives. And I'll see you next time in the next video with some more SNA content. Until we meet again, Super Ninja Austin out of here. Bye bye, my Assassinators. See you later on tonight when I talk about what went down on WWE's developmental branch event and AEW's event. And we're gonna keep doing this for many more days to come. Just believe that, and yeah, you will receive these manifestations of these future videos, and anything in life, in that matter. Like if you have a dream in life, like you follow it and work hard for it, like you will, it will manifest right in front of your doorstep, metaphorically, of course. But okay, see you guys later tonight on to the review videos.